जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा गोविंद राधा गोविंद राधे, जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा, जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह, लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह। जय गौरानिताय गौरानिताय जय जय गौरानिताय निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। Now till now we did sadhana bhakti, two types of sadhana bhakti, Vaidhi bhakti, and we have Raganuga bhakti, following the footprints of Ragatmika bhaktas. Okay, now this third wave, which is from this section, starts Bhava Bhakti. What is Bhava Bhakti? Let us see. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chaksharunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती नामिने। श्रीवार्षभानवी देवी दैताय कृपाब्दये कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञान दाहिने प्रभवे नमः। माधुर्य जल प्रेमाय श्रीरूपानुग भक्तिदर श्री गौर करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्ते। नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुग विरुद्धाप सिद्धांत ध्वान्तहारिणे। नमो गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्ते विप्लम्बर सांबोधे पादाम्बुज विनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने गौरशक्तिस्वरूपाय रूपानुगवराय ते। गौराविर्भावभूमे स्वं निर्देष्टा सज्जन प्रिय वैष्णव सार्वभौम श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपः स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्री राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। जयतां सुरतो पंगुर्मम मंदेर्मतेर्गति मत्सर्वसुपदाम्बोजौ श्री राधा मदन मोहनो। दिव्यवृन्दारण्यं कल्पाद्रुमाध श्रीमद्रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थो श्रीमद्राधा श्रीरघुविन्ददेवो प्रेष्ठालिवि सेव्यमानुस्मरामि। श्रीमान् राससारम्भि वंशीवडतलस्थितः कर्षन् वेणुसुनैर्गोपीर्गोपीनाथ श्रियस्तु नः। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरतिषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यां नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्री राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। जयतां श्रुतौ पंगुर्मम मंदेर्मतेर्गतिमत् सर्वसपदाम्बुजौ श्री राधा मदन मोहनौ। दिव्यद्वन्द्वारण्यं कल्पाद्रुमादः श्रीमद्रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थो श्रीमद्राधा श्रीरघोविन्ददेवो प्लिष्टालिभिसेवमानुस्मरामि। श्रीमान् राससारंभी वंशी वटतरस्थितः कर्षन् वेणुस्वनैर्गोपीर्गोपीनाथः श्रीयस्तु नः। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओके, so bhava bhakti, let us see. atha bhava bhakti hi 1.3.1 शुद्ध सत्व विशेषात्मा प्रेम सूर्यांशु साम्य भाग रुचिभिश्चित्तमाश्रया मार्ष्णया कृद असौ भाव उच्यते. Now what is bhava bhakti? That part of bhakti is called bhava, whose essence is sambit and ladini. Sambit shakti, that means complete knowledge. Ladini, bliss, whose essence is sambit and hladini. That means one who has bhava bhakti has no ignorance, which is now hladini. Now this is also compared as one ray of the sun of prema, which will soon rise in the heart and which softens the heart, which desires to meet, serve and exchange love with the Lord. So there is a deep desire to meet Krishna. One ray of the love, one ray of prema has entered. There is sun and ray enters. That ray signifies appearance of sun. In the same way, bhava bhakti signifies that prema bhakti is soon going to arise. It is one ray of the prema bhakti. It is an indication that this person who is in bhava will soon attain prema. In the prema, there is direct exchange of love with the Lord. Appearance of Lord is there. Meeting, serving, exchanging loves. That is why deep desire is there. The deep desire to serve Krishna, that refers to bhava bhakti. To meet Krishna, to exchange love with Krishna. So because of that, what happens? His heart is very soft. His heart is always thinking about Krishna. The heart becomes hardened when a person is in the materialistic life. So Jiva Goswami's commentary, some small commentary, let us see this. It's a big commentary, in a small way, let us see how to. It goes practically to 4-5 pages in Bhakti Samrata Sindhu book. Bhava Bhakti should be defined. Previously, 2 types of Bhakti were delineated in discussing the general qualities of Bhakti. Cheshta Rupa and Bhava Rupa. Cheshta means Bhakti consisting of actions. In that we had Sadhana Rupa for attaining Bhava Bhakti. Karya Rupa after attaining Bhava, the goal of life. 2 types of Cheshta is there. Now, Bhakti are of 2 types, Cheshta and Bhava. In the Cheshta, what is there? There is Sadhana Bhakti, in which there are activities to attain Bhava. Once you attain bhava, again there are activities. That is known as Karya Rupa. Karya Rupa Bhakti takes a form of Anubhavas when one experiences rasa. In Bhava Bhakti, he experiences rasa. See, there also is doing cheshta, no doubt. He is doing cheshta means activity. He is performing an activity before attaining Bhava Bhakti, and is performing activity, same activity after attaining Bhava. At that time, he is experiencing Anubhava. Anubhava means he is experiencing rasa. So sadhana rupa we have described. Now Anubhava of Karya Rupa will be shown in relation to rasa. When we do the second wave of the southern section, at that time, how that rasas and all experience, that is later. Now Bhava Rupa Bhakti has two types. Cheshta we have done two types. What are the cheshta two types? Ashoka Nija Prabhu. Who is there? Mute your phones, all of you. So, in Cheshta, we have Sadhana Rupa, which is up to Bhava stage, and Karya Rupa, which is after Bhava. Now, in Bhava Rupa Bhakti, because we have two types of Bhakti, Cheshta Rupa Bhakti, Bhava Rupa Bhakti. And in the Bhava Rupa Bhakti, what is there? Sthayi Rupa. Permanent emotions, Sthayi Rupa. That means that emotions are not flickering. It is permanent. It is not that today I felt I'm crying before Lord. No. That emotions are permanently existing. Today I feel, oh, I am father of Krishna. Tomorrow I forget. So the cheshta is permanent emotion. And then sanchari rupa, transitory emotions. So these are all technical things. I'm just giving a glimpse of how Jiva Goswami has given a wonderful commentary. Now sthai rupa has two. Sthai means permanent emotions. Prema. Prema and bhava. Prema means, which also indicates higher states. Bhava means rati, attachment. So much of attachment. So this is one in which Sthai Rupa, in there two categories, that is Prema is there and Rati is there. Rati means deep attachment is there. In Sanchari Rupa Bhakti, that is going to be discussed later on in relation to Rasa. So till now, little bit small understanding. What is a small understanding? Bhava Bhakti is going to be defined. One has to define Bhava Bhakti. So previously how we started? Samanya Bhakti. Samanya means general description about the wonderful advantages of taking Bhakti. Kleshagni Shubhada, Moksha Laguta Kruta, Sudurlabha, Visheshatma. So we did that Sudurlabha, Sandrananda Visheshatma, Shri Krishna Akarshi Shasa. Two qualities in Samanya, four qualities in Sadhana. Sorry, two qualities in sadhana, four qualities in bhava, and six qualities in prema. That we did. Kleshagni, Shubhada. As soon as a person takes up sadhana bhakti, so samanya bhakti means general description. What is the general description? There is sadhana bhakti, there is bhava bhakti, and there is prema bhakti. In sadhana bhakti, you have two characteristics: kleshagni, Shubhada. Kleshagni, Shubhada, moksha, laguta, kruta, sudurlabha, that comes in bhava bhakti. You come to know that, oh, it is a rarest thing. Sandrananda Visheshatma Shri Krishna Akarshi Chasa. That is added in the Prema Bhakti. Now, Bhakti is divided into two parts. Cheshta, where activities are involved, and you have Bhava. In Cheshta, you do activities till the stage of Bhava. And that is known as Sadhana, Sadhana Rupa. After Bhava, whatever you are doing is Karya Rupa, and that is real Karya. Sadhana is the means you have taken. You have taken some means to come to the stage of Bhava. After that, the real Karya starts. That is Karya Rupa. So that is after Bhava. There you have Anubhavas, you have real emotions. So what are the things involved in bhava? Emotions are involved. That is sthai emotions. It is not flickering. Sthai rupa. It is not flickering. And sanchari. The sanchari bhava is discussed later. Sanchari means in which mood you are doing. That is later. Even in the sthai, prema is involved, rati is involved. Rati means deep attachment and prema is involved. Now, Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma, that has been described. Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma. What is that Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma? This is the Sthai Bhava. Shuddha Sattva. It is a Sthai Bhava. Shuddha Sattva means Sambit. When we said Sambit, what is a Sambit? Sambit Shakti. That means knowledge about Krishna. Sambit means knowledge. Knowledge about Krishna. What is that knowledge? Lord is Shuddha Sattva. Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma. He is the personification of the mode of goodness, the pure mode of goodness. That is Shuddha Sattva. Now, Shuddha Sattva has nothing to do with material nature. Because bhava stage is attained after a person has removed all his anarthas, so fixed up in devotional service, nishtha, then comes ruchi, then comes asakti, then comes rati. Rati means bhava. And in that rati, he understands that Lord is Shuddha Sattva. Is completely beyond three modes of material nature. And that is his swarupa. And what is his swarupa? Ladini Shakti is his swarupa. So that is why in the bhava bhakti, a person understands that Krishna is completely pure. And he experiences that Ladini, that bliss in devotional service. So that has been given. Asau bhava uchyate. Now see, asau bhava uchyate, that type of bhava, asau bhava uchyate. This is the general form. And what is that asau bhava uchyate? One always wants service to Krishna, continual service to Krishna. And how? Anukulyena Krishna, Anushilanam, these two words. We did what is Uttama Bhakti? Anyabhilashita Shunyam, Jnana Karmadi Anavrutam, Anukulyena Krishna, Anushilanam Bhakti Uttama, Asau bhava uchyate. Which bhava? Where it is Anukula bhava. Asau bhava uchyate, because we said na, what is Uttama Bhakti? Where Anukula bhava is there and Anushilanam is also there. So that has been described. Anushilanam. Shilanam means following the footprints of acharyas. Okay. So bhava, generally characteristics of bhava is feelings rather than action, isn't it? When you say bhav hai Bhagwan ke prati, that means that type of sthai emotions are there. That is actually the condition of the mind which has been spoken. That is also given. Bhava means how your mind is completely fixed in Krishna. So that is why this is a transformation of the bhava. Vyavichari bhava. Vyavichari bhava means there's a transformation of the mind. He's completely fixed up. But if he is not engaging himself in the service of Lord, then his heart will not be softened. That is why it is not just the transformation of the mind. It is the eagerness to utilize every time in Krishna's service. That has also been given. Not just Vyabhichari bhava, not just the transformation of the mind. That is not going to soften the heart. Rather, act upon those devotees whose hearts have been already softened. That means serve the devotees. The more we are eager to serve the devotees, the heart becomes more softer and softer. So favorable service to Lord, that is the real meaning of bhava. Some people may say, I am not yet reading. I am reading from the Bhakti Rasamrita in the original book. I'm just explaining. We are going to start now.
Okay,
it is the 17th chapter which we are doing. Just explaining now. Asau means let there be. the favorable devotional service to Krishna. That is the meaning. Asau bhava uchyate. So what type of bhava? Where anukulyena, anushilam, both are there. Then there is a word which says ruchis chitta mashniya krud. So ruchi means the desire. And because of the desire to serve Krishna, for meeting Krishna, this type of desire is there, the mind, chitta, becomes softer. By serving Krishna favorably, mind becomes softer. He loves to attain friendship with Lord. That is how the bhava sprouts to prema. Prema suryamshu samya bhak. How to understand? Prema is compared to sun, and bhava is the light of dawn. When there is dawn, you are not able to see sun, but you can understand there is a sunrise. Sun is going to rise soon. So prema will soon appear after the appearance of bhava. So what are the lakshanas of bhava? He has complete knowledge. He utilizes the time. He loves to serve in the mood of the devotees, in the mood of his previous acharyas, anushilam. And in this way, his mood is anukula bhava. So bhava is the essence of Ladini function of the Lord. Ladini Shakti. That means he experiences a real bliss. That is why happiness derived from even liberation is insignificant. There are happiness derived in different stages. Happiness derived at the level of earthly pleasure. Happiness derived at the level of heavenly pleasure. Happiness derived at the level of liberation. He is rejecting everything because he is eagerly waiting for Lord's appearance. So that is why there is Preeti Sandarbha. What is Preeti Sandarbha? There is always a Preeti, love. His heart is so soft that he's just waiting to meet Lord. So this is the mental condition of the devotees within this world, which is practically similar to the associates of Lord. Just now we saw Raganuga Bhakti, following the footprints of Ragatmika Bhaktis, where you have Kamarupa Raga, and Sambandha Rupa Raga. When you cross even that stage, you come to the stage of Bhava. In that Bhava, you are completely absorbed. So the activities which led to that Bhava, that is known as sadhana. The activities which is done after Bhava, that is known as Karya. Now, what type of activity he does after attaining Bhava? The activity which is completely merged in bliss, utilizing every moment. And in this way, his heart is very soft. Okay. Neeraj Prabhu, read the first paragraph, 1.3.1. Ecstatic love.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma Prema Suryam Samshya Bhaka. Okay, chapter 17, ecstatic love. By the process of executing regulated devotional service, one is actually elevated to the transcendental stage, beyond the material modes of nature. At that time, one's heart becomes illuminated like the sun. The sun is far away above the planetary systems, and there is no possibility of its being covered by any kind of cloud. Similarly, when a devotee is purified like the sun, from his pure heart, there is a diffusion of ecstatic love, which is more glorious than the sunshine. Only at that time is the attachment to Krishna perfect. Spontaneously, the devotee becomes eager to serve the Lord in his ecstatic love. At this stage, The devotee is on the platform of Uttama Adhikari, perfect devotion. Such a devotee has no agitation from material affections and is interested only in the service of Radha and Krishna.
So he's not bothered. Somebody is insulting him, somebody is degrading him, because he's Uttamadhikari. He is filled with love of Radha and Krishna. He doesn't worry about what are material praises, material criticisms. He's not affected because he's so deeply loving Radha and Krishna, waiting for meeting them and exchanging the services to them. So why should he be worried for what the people in this world may say about him? So that is a Uttam Adhikari, not at all being agitated in any situations. Okay. One 1.3.2. Actually, 1.3.1 runs to the next paragraph also. But in the next paragraph, you have 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see. So we have seen this verse, Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma Prema Suryamshu Samyak Bhak Ruchibhis Chitta Marshaniya Krit Asau Bhava Uchchate. In 4, Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma, understanding Krishna is a person, and how this whole ecstatic love for Krishna, Krishna himself, devotional service is beyond even the mode of goodness. And this bhava is like the one ray of prema. Ruchi bhi chitta mashnayakrit, the heart is softened. Asau bhava uchyate. So bhava refers to that anukulya bhava, anukulyena sankalpa, anukulyena Krishna anushilaram bhakti uchyate. That type of bhakti to be performed. तथा हि तंत्रे प्रेमनस्तु प्रथमावस्था भाव इति अभिधीयते सात्विकः स्वल्पमात्रः स्युरत्राश्रु पुलकादयः tantra. In the tantra it is said the preliminary state of prema is called bhava. There are a few satvika bhavas such as tears in the eyes and hair standing on an nayanam garadashrudharya Vadanam gadgad gira pulakai nichitam vapu kada tavanama grahane bhavishyati. Kada means when that stage will come, when my eyes will be filled with the tears, when my hairs will stand erect, when my body will tremble. So they are all the ecstatic symptoms. Now third verse says, Sa yatha padme purane dhyanam dhyayam dhyayam bhagavatah पादाम्बुजयोगं तदा ईषद्विक्रियमानात्मा मानात्मा सार्द्रदृष्टिरभूदसौ. An example of Satvika Bhava appearing at this stage from the Padma Purana. How is the Satvika Bhava? Continually meditating on the lotus feet of the Lord, Ambarish Maharaj developed slight transformation of heart and tears in his eyes. Savai mana Krishna padaravindayoho. I mean, that type of continuously remembering the lotus feet of Krishna happens. That person engages all his senses in Krishna's service. And this is known as Satvika Bhava. Continuously remembering the lotus form of Lord. Avirbhuyah mano vruttahu vrajanti tat swarupatam swayam prakasha rupapi bhasamana prakashyavat vastutah swayam aswada swarupaivaratishtvasau krishnadi karmaka aswada hetutvam pratipadyate. So appearing in the mental function, generally bhava means the state of mind. Bhava becomes a mental state itself. Though bhava is self-revealing, it appears to be manifest by the mind. Though in its essential nature, bhava is taste itself, it also acts as a cause of tasting the pastimes of Krishna, his associates, and his pastimes. So, bhava appears from the mind. How is the state of mind? Completely concentrating in Krishna. Savai mana Krishna padarvindayo. That is why he is tasting. He is tasting the pastimes of Krishna. So, rati also means bhava. And rati is deep attachment. When the asakti deepens, that becomes rati. Shuddha sattva visheshatma. Vishesha. Shuddha sattva vishesha. That is actually rati. Rati means deep attachment, pleasure. And it is self-revealing. It reveals Krishna and everything else. It is self-revealing. It is not that because I will hear so many classes or I will speak so much, then it has to come. No. Yameva isha vunate tena labhyas tasyesha atma vunate tanuswam. It is self-revealing. It is not dependent on how many classes you have attended. It is not depending on how much I have spoken. It is that state of mind which is the mercy of Krishna, which is self-revealing. Yes, yameva isha vrunate tena labhyas. He will give it. Tasyesha atma vrunate tanuswam. When Krishna desires to appear in the heart of a person, that time that ray appears, and that ray is bhava. Yes, sadhana bhakti. From sadhana bhakti, performing sincerely, a person attains bhava, following rules and regulations and all. From raganuga bhakti, a person also comes to the stage of bhava. But again, bhava is dependent on mercy of Krishna, complete mercy on Krishna. That is why it is said it is independent. It is not dependent on anything. Yam labdhava. It is dependent on, it's not dependent on anything. Bhava is that taste, that delight, which is experiencing the sweetness of Krishna. Now, all of us are doing some bhakti. Yes, sadhana bhakti we are doing. But how much really we are experiencing sweetness? We do out of formality, yes. At least that much at least we are doing. That is also mercy of Krishna. But are we really getting tears while chanting? That is why kada word has been put. Nayanam galadashrudarya vadanam gadgadruddyagira. Still that stage has not come. We are completing rounds, is it? Have you completed rounds? We are trying to complete. 16 माला हो गया, बस हो गया. Initiation का जो भी मैंने वादा बोल दिया हो गया, finish. I gave a vow before my Maharaj that I will complete 16 rounds. If 17th round, not now, Ekadashi will see 24 rounds. So we wait for Ekadashi. Okay, there also. Okay, when that 24th round is going to come. That means, yes, okay, we are better than two-legged animals who are just into eating, mating, sleeping, defending. We are better than that. At least some process is there. At least some processes by which our mind is slowly hooked in Krishna's service. That is why deity worship. Everything is given. Okay, at least perform deity worship so that you will not forget Krishna. But still, while performing deity worship, I am not still getting any cry for Krishna. I perform it very fast also. Still, that bhava has not come. But at least my time is engaged properly. Cooking for Krishna. Still, while feeding Krishna, I don't know how much Krishna has liked or not. But I make something which I like, isn't it? So it's okay. At least we have started doing that. Sometimes a person cries even at the stage of anartha nivrutti. That time you should not jump up and down and say we are in the stage of bhava. Sometimes it happens. That is asthai bhava, not sthai bhava, asthai bhava. Once it so happened, I went to Mirror Road Temple. Lord was looking very beautiful. I don't know, it's just tears rolled. Somebody told to a temple president, today Mataji was crying. I think her husband must have scolded her. Yeah. Some fight must have happened. Sometimes you feel like to cry. But that doesn't mean that is sthai bhava. Afterwards, I forgot also when I cried. That person reminded me. So that is known as asthai bhava, which comes at the stage of anartha nivrutti. We are all at the stage of anartha nivrutti. Still, enviousness is there. Still, anger is there. Still, dualities are affecting. And if somebody praises, we feel elated. Somebody criticizes, we feel degraded. So all the dualities are affecting. But at the stage of bhava, nishtha, yes, one has to be fixed up. Sometimes there is a feeling, why am I doing devotional service? Let me run away from here. If that feeling is not there, you have come to the stage of nishtha.
कृष्णा,
Let whatever
2
happens.
दिन से कृष्णा को बाहर ही छोड़ दे रही हो.
Who is keeping Krishna bahar? Hi. No talking in between. Now we are trying to call Krishna. Somebody is saying, Krishna ko bahar chhod denge. So now here, so in this way, the nishtha, when a person comes to this level of nishtha, let whatever it may happen, I will be fixed up in devotional service. Till this 5, it is our endeavor. After that, Krishna's mercy. Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema. Bhava is also known as Rati. Rati means that bliss, experiencing that bliss, the transformation of the mind, experiencing the bliss. That is why his heart becomes more softer and softer, deeply waiting for having the exchange of love with Krishna. That is the time he is not afraid of death, because he is eagerly waiting to meet Krishna. He is not at all afraid. If you ask him, are you afraid of death? Why should I? I am waiting to meet Krishna. So he's not afraid of anything happening in this world. Okay, read.
To clarify, in the previous chapters, the symptoms of devotional service were explained along with instructions as to how we may execute devotional service with our present senses and gradually rise to the platform of ecstasy in spontaneous love. And the 2 kinds of devotional service, namely devotional service through regulative principles and through spontaneous love, were discussed. Within the stage of regulative principles of devotional service, there are 2 divisions, namely executive and effective. This effective portion of the devotional service is called bhava, or ecstasy. In this connection, there is a statement in the tantras that ecstasy is the first symptom of pure love for the personality of Godhead. And in that stage, one is sometimes found shedding tears or shivering. Not always are these symptoms manifest, but occasionally. When King Amrish was put into difficulty by Durvasa, he began to think of the lotus feet of the Lord, and thus there were some changes in his body, and tears were falling from his eyes. These symptoms are activities of ecstasy. They are visible in the shivering of the body and the shedding of tears. After the outward appearance of these ecstatic symptoms, they stay within the mind, and continuation of the ecstasy is called samadhi. This stage of appreciation becomes the cause of future exchanges of loving affairs with Krishna.
Okay. In Bhagavad Gita, we study the stage samadhi, samyagadhiti asmin atma tattvathatmayam, always remembering our relationship with Krishna. So this is the stage samadhi. Samadhi means that bhava, where he is eagerly waiting utilize every moment in Krishna's service and eagerly waiting for meeting Krishna. Now to 1.3.6, 7 and 8 are there in the next paragraph. साधनाभिनिवेशेन कृष्ण तद्भक्तयोस्तथा प्रसादेनातिधन्यानां भावोद्वेधाभिजायते आद्यस्तु प्रायिकस्तत्र द्वितीयो विरलोदयः. Bhava appears in very fortunate persons in two ways: by absorption in sadhana or by mercy of Krishna or his devotee. Its appearance by sadhana is normal and its appearance by mercy is rare. Now, what has been given? If a person is performing his sadhana very nicely, slowly, he can come to the stage of bhava. It is normal. But mercy of Krishna is very rare. By mercy, if a person attains bhava, that is very rare. That has been given. So, by performing sadhana, yes, one has to come to the level of nishtha. Then mercy of Krishna, that is rare. So, till nishtha, we can try out. We can try out till the process of nishtha. Because he is absorbed in sadhana, because of that absorption, mercy flows. Without his demanding, mercy flows. But that complete absorption should be there. That nishtha in one's spiritual master, nishtha in the process, that should be there. If that is there, then mercy flows. So Krishna says here, so in two ways, bhava appears to a fortunate person. The cause of bhava arising in the devotees of this world is described. Persons become very fortunate by prior association with great devotees. That is why association with devotees is very much important. The more we associate, the more the more devotion awakens within him. So goal of the devotees is what? The goal of the devotee is to attain Krishna Prema. So that is why it is said, in the one who associates with the devotees, they can get the bhava very quickly. Okay. This is 6. Then 7 and 8. Let us see. Here Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also gives commentary. Bhava appears by sadhana and by the mercy of Krishna and his devotees. Sadhana biniveshena, absorption in sadhana. By bhakti at the stage of nishtha, after anartha nivritti. Ati dhyanam means of those who have the fortune. Now just see, as we discussed, till the stage of nishtha we can endeavor. After anartha nivritti, nishtha comes. Till that stage we can endeavor. Then leave it on the mercy of Krishna and his devotees. And ati dhanyanam. Dhanyanam means is very much great fortunate person. Why? Because of the previous association with great devotees. When he has so much of association with great devotees, he serves them very sincerely. Then bhava, then the stage of bhava is very easily attained. Now, how from sadhana a person gets the stage of bhava? Let us see. Tatra sadhana bhiniveshahaja vaidhiraganuga marga bhedena parikirtitah dvividha khalu bhavotra sadhana bhiniveshajah sadhana bhiniveshastu tatra nishpadayan ruchim harav asaktim utpadya ratim samjanayati asau. Now, because a person is absorbed in sadhana, sadhana bhiniveshaha, bhava arising from sadhana. We know these stages. Adav, Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Rati or Bhava, and Prema. Now to come to the stage of Bhava, because of the complete absorption in sadhana, how is it described? Let us see. Bhava arising from sadhana has two types. Bhava coming from Vaidhi sadhana, bhava arising from Raganuga sadhana. Absorption in sadhana, that is nishtha, produces ruchi, then asakti, then rati or bhava for the Lord. Bhava may arise by Vaidhi sadhana or Raganuga sadhana. This gives in two varieties of bhava. Sadhana gives rise to nishtha. Without developing ruchi, asakti, how will bhava arise? So in this way, from sadhana, nishtha, from nishtha to ruchi, asakti, bhava. From raganuga sadhana also, bhava is arised. Now, okay, read that paragraph. Ashok Kanija Prabhu, read the paragraph.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Elevation to this stage of ecstasy can be possible in two ways. One way is by constant association with pure devotees. The other way is by the special mercy of Krishna or by the mercy of a pure devotee of Krishna. Elevation to the ecstatic stage of life is generally attained through association with pure devotees, while elevation to that stage by the special mercy of Krishna or his devotee is very rare. The purport is that one should execute devotional service in the association of devotees so that there will be certainty in raising oneself to that ecstatic position. In special cases, of course, there is special favor from Krishna, and although we should always expect that, we should not sit idly and simply wait for Krishna's special mercy. The regular duties must be performed. It is just as when sometimes it is found that a person who never attended school or college may be recognized as a great scholar, or an honorary degree from great universities may be offered to him. But this does not mean that one should avoid school and expect to automatically receive an honorary degree from some university. Similarly, one should devoutly execute the regulatory principles of devotional service and at the same time hope for Krishna's favor or for his devotees' favor. Hare Krishna.
So here Prabhupada writes very nicely. Prabhupada says, this does not mean that one should avoid school and expect to automatically receive an honorary degree from some university. But one should devotedly execute the regulatory principles of devotional service. At the same time, hope for Krishna's favor or for his devotees' favor. Tattenu kampartha susamikshamano bhunjane vatma kutam vipakam. Hridvag viparbhir vidha namaste jivetayo mukti pade siddhai bhag. Brahma's prayers to Krishna. Tattenu kampartha susamikshamano. Wait for the mercy of Krishna. Perform the regulatory principles what has been given. Okay, ninth one. Tatra adiyo tatran vaham Krishna katha pragayatam anugrihena shravanam manohara tasraddhayami anupadam vishnutvatah priya shravasi anga mama bhavatrati. Now, bhava arising from Vaidhi sadhana is illustrated. O Vyasadeva, in that association, and by the mercy of those great Vedantis, I could hear them describe the activities of Lord Krishna. These became very attractive, ruchi. Thus, listening attentively, asakti, rati for Lord appeared. So now just see, in the Vaidhi Bhakti, everything comes from by hearing process. The more we hear about Krishna, then one develops ruchi, taste. Then the asakti, attachment happens, and bhava, rati is there. So here Narada says, Oh Vasudeva, I was just hearing from the Vedantis about Krishna. The more I was hearing about Krishna, the more I developed the ruchi to hear. So it is anugraha of the devotees. It is said, every day by the mercy of the sages who were reciting topics about Krishna, hearing these topics, I developed rati for Krishna. So anugraha is the word. It is only by the devotee's mercy a person can develop these stages. The more we hear, Vaidhi Bhakti. Vaidhi Bhakti means hearing about the talks about Krishna. Manohara. It is very pleasing to the mind, Manohara. That is why it is said, we have got a nice process which has been given by Srila Prabhupada. Every day Bhagavatam class, Bhagavad Gita classes. The more we go on hearing, even the speaker also hears. It is not the speaker is not hearing. He is also speaking, he is also hearing. It is actually a learning process. The more patanam, the more hearing, the more speaking, the hearing, the more we do this, Krishna's mercy, when he gives ruchi, asakti and rati, then prema. Then 10th and 11th is also there in the same paragraph and the other paragraph. Two paragraphs are meant for 9, 10 and 11. Ratya tu bhava evatra na tu prema bhidhiyate mama bhakti pravrutteti vakshyate sayad agratah. The word rati in Bhagavatam verse indicates bhava, not prema. Because 2 verses later, the appearance of prema is indicated by the word my bhakti, then appeared. So, in the Bhagavatam, rati means bhava. Rati means bhava. Next verse, 11th. Yatha tatraiva ittham sarat pravrushikavat rutu harer Vishnavato me anusavam yasho matam sankirtayamanam munibher mahatmabher bhakti pravuttatma rajastamopaha. It is said that during 2 seasons, rainy season, autumn season, I had the opportunity to hear these great souls, soul sages, constantly chant the unadulterated glories of the Lord Hari. As the flow of my prema appeared, the coverings of the modes of passion and ignorance vanished. Again, Narada is speaking this to Vyasa. So in 2 seasons, I had an opportunity to continuously hear from the sages. It was Chaturmas. The Chaturmas, generally, the devotees, the sages, they don't travel. They remain in one place. So I had an opportunity to hear the unadulterated glories of the Lord. That means they spoke unadulterated. There was no mixing or speculation. Anyhow, Lord's stories are glories are unadulterated only. They spoke without any contamination. Their heart was completely pure. That is why I could develop rati. My passion and ignorance completely vanished. Okay, read these 2 paragraphs. Krishna Priya Mataji, read.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. An example of rising to the stage of ecstatic love by executing the regulative principle of devotional service is given in the life story of Narada, which is described Vyasadeva in Srimad Bhagavatam. Narada tells there of his previous life and how he developed to the stage of ecstatic love. He was engaged in the service of great devotees and used to hear their talks and songs. Because he had the opportunity to hear these pastimes and songs of Krishna from the mouths of pure devotees, he became very attracted within his heart. Because he had become so eager to hear these topics, he regularly developed within himself an ecstatic love for Krishna. This ecstatic love is prior to the pure love of Krishna. Because in the next verse, Narada confirms that by the gradual process of hearing from the great sages, he developed love of Godhead. In that connection, Narada continues to say in the first canto, 5th chapter, verse 28 of the Bhagavatam. First, I passed my days in the association of the great sages during the rainy autumn seasons. Every morning and evening, I heard them while they were singing and chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, and thus my heart gradually became purified. As soon as I heard them with great attention, the influence of the modes of material ignorance and passion disappeared, and I became firmly fixed in devotional service to the Lord. Shall I continue next paragraph also, Mataji?
Yes, continue.
Yeah. These are practical examples of how one can develop to the stages of ecstatic love simply by the association of pure devotees. It is essential, therefore, that one can constantly associate with pure devotees who are engaged morning and evening in chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. In this way, one will get the chance to purify his heart and develop this ecstatic pure love for Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Now, what does third canto say? Let us see. Tritiyeschcha satam prasangan mama veera samvido bhavanti rutkarna rasayana katha tajjoshanaदाशपवर्गवर्त्मनि श्रद्धारतिर् bhaktiranukramashati. Very important verse. Satam prasangan mama veera samvido. Satam prasangan, along with the devotees, along with association of devotees, hear about my wonderful pastimes. Mama virya samvido bhavanti rutkarna rasayana katha. What will happen? Just give your ears. Bhavanti rutkarna rasayana katha. Always hear my wonderful pastimes. Tajoshanad ashva pavargavatmani. Apavarga. You will attain the stage of that liberation. Which liberation? Which is beyond apavarga. Pavarga, pa, fa, ba, bha, ma. Parishram. Fa means fena. Ba means vibharti. Bha means bhaya. Ma means mrityu. So pavarga, pa, fa, ba, bha, ma. Cross this pavarga. Attain apavarga. And that can be attained by shraddha, rati, bhakti, anukramishati. So because of shraddha and deeply hearing about me, absorbing yourself into me, you will attain bhava, that is rati, and then automatically prema. Prema means love. So 3 stages have been spoken: Vaidhi bhakti, bhava bhakti, prema bhakti. Shraddha, rati means bhava, and prema means love. Shraddha, rati, bhakti, anukramishati. How it happened? Satam prasangan mamavira samvido. Tajoshanad ashva pavargavartmani. Tad bhavanti rutkarna rasayana katha. Tajoshanat ashva pavargavartmani. Shraddharatir bhaktir anukramishati. Try to learn this verse. This verse is very important verse. Satam prasangan mama veera samvido bhavanti rutkarna rasayana katha. Tajoshanad ashva pavargavartmani. Shraddharatir bhaktir anukramishati. Okay. So this is in 12th verse. 13th verse is also there in the same paragraph. Purane Natya Shastri cha dvayostu rati bhavayoh samanartha taya hitra dvayam aikyena lakshitam. In the Puranas and Natya Shastras, rati and bhava has the same meaning. Thus in this work, they will have the same meaning. Rati only means bhava. Rati means having that bliss. So bhava, because the heart is soft and always waiting eagerly to meet Krishna, though tears are flowing in the eyes, is experiencing the bliss. Read the paragraph.
Yes. This statement is also confirmed in the 3rd canto, 25th chapter, verse 25 of Srimad Bhagavatam, where Lord Kapila says, My dear mother, when a person is actually in association with pure devotees, the sublime potency of my devotional service can be experienced. In other words, when a pure devotee speaks, these words act upon the hearts of the audience. What is the secret of hearing and chanting? A professional speaker cannot impress transcendental ecstasy within the hearts of the listeners. However, when a realized soul who is engaged in the service of the Lord is speaking, he has the potency to inject spiritual life within the audience. One should therefore seek the association of such pure, I'm sorry, alloyed devotees, and by such association and service, a neophyte devotee will certainly develop attachment, love, and devotion for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Shall I continue next one also, Mataji?
Wait. So love and devotion for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You read till there, right? Now what Padma Puran speaks, let us see. द्वितीयो यथा पद्मे इत्थं मनोरथं भै बाला कुर्वती नृत्य उत्सुका हरिप्रीत्या च तां सर्वां रात्रिम् एवात्यवाहयात्. Bhava rising from Raganuga sadhana is illustrated in the Padma Puran. From Raganuga sadhana. Now from Vaidhi sadhana we saw. Till Nishtha, then Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava. Now how Bhava comes from Raganuga sadhana? A young girl having great joy in the heart and being very enthusiastic to dance, spent the whole night dancing in order to please the Lord. Whole night she was dancing just to please the Lord. Not only I told my Naina Manjari, chupchap sit down. I was dancing now. I'm dancing for Krishna. But immediately we should not come into conclusion, oh, say she's dancing for Krishna, she has a bhava. Yes, a sthai bhava, which can mature to sthai bhava. At that time, she will not leave dancing for Krishna whole night. That is known as sthai bhava. Okay. Now, Raganuga Bhakti, Raganuga Sadhana, by the influence of the deity form, she developed raga similar to that of Krishna's dear associate. The girl has also said previously in the same Purana, among many women, the Lord has greatest affection for me. He dances with me while embracing my neck. My neck. I have heard this from one of the senior devotees that Prabhupada in Rasbihari temple whole night was dancing. And this person just peeped and saw Prabhupada is in some different form, just dancing. And he was wearing the garland, which was not of this world. Somebody has told this. I don't remember who told. But Prabhupada was dancing whole night in the courtyard of Rasbihari temple. So that bhava where, that eagerness to dance with Krishna, serve Krishna, that is there at that stage. Uttamadhikari Bhakta. Devi Krishna Mai Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarva Lakshmi Mai Sarva Kantihi Sammohini Para. Radhika is said to be the same as Krishna. She is a supreme deity representing all auspiciousness, all beauty, and supreme attraction. So in this way, Radha is described. It should be understood that the young girl mentioned in this verse must be an expansion of that celebrated Radha. It's not so easy to love Krishna. So she must be the expansion of Radha, who embodies that great eternal Shakti. Radha decided to make the girl her Sakhi. And by her mercy, considered that the girl achieving all perfection by that sadhana was not different from herself. For this reason, the Padma Puran described that the young girl thought herself as the only lover of Krishna, identifying herself as Radha. So who must be that girl? She's expansion of Radharani only. That is why she is dancing the whole night. She is Shakti of Radharani. She is expansion of Radharani. Because Raganuga Bhakti means that deep love, where a person crosses the limits of even rules and regulations. That has been given. This is 14th verse. Okay, read the first paragraph. Who will
I
read?
read, Mataji?
Yeah, read.
Yes, Mataji. Okay.
In the Padma Puran, there is a story of a neophyte devotee who, in order to raise herself to the static platform, danced all night to invoke the Lord's grace upon her. Sometimes, however, it is found that without undergoing any devotional process, one all of a sudden develops devotion for Lord Krishna. This sudden development of devotional attitude in a person must be understood as a special mercy of Krishna,
Wait. Wait. Where you read?
The next paragraph, Mataji.
No, wait. 15th and 16th, that is. Next paragraph is 15th and then 16th. Atha Shri Krishna Tad Bhakta Prasadajah Sadhanena Vinayastu Sahasaiva Bhijayate Sabhava Krishna Tad Bhakta Prasadaja Ut Itiyate. Bhava arising from the mercy of Krishna or his devotees is defined. So now bhava arising from sadhana bhakti, where Vaidhi and Raganuga has been spoken. Bhava arising from mercy of Lord. Two types of bhava arises from two ways, either from sadhana, in sadhana again two types, Vaidhi and Raganuga, and arising from mercy of Krishna or his devotees. That bhava which appears suddenly without performance of sadhana is known as bhava produced from the mercy of Krishna or his devotees. Suddenly it came. It did not do anything. So it must be either mercy of Krishna or his devotees. Like Prabhupada went to the West. The miniatures who were there before him. Just imagine. They don't know anything. They're doing all type of illicit activities. From where did such bhava emanate? Mercy of devotee. Either because of mercy. They don't have any previous qualification also. No prior qualification, no good birth, no good deeds, all notorious deeds. But still, from where such bhava appeared? It is mercy of devotees or Krishna. 15, 16 is also there. Atha Shri Krishna Prasadajah Prasada Vachika Lokadana Harda Dayo Hare. Bhava arising from Krishna's mercy is now considered. That mercy arises from the words of the Lord. The presence of the Lord or just appears in the heart. Now this mercy appears how? Because of the words of the Lord or presence of the Lord or just appears in the heart. Okay, the Lord may bestow mercy producing bhava by showing himself to the devotee. Alokadana. On the other hand, the mercy may simply manifest in the heart of the Lord, heart of the devotee. That is not the heart. The mercy may appear by the words spoken by the Lord, Vachika. That is Vachikaha or Alokadanaha or Hardaya. In three ways, Lord can bestow mercy, either by his words or by his appearance or within the heart of the devotee. Okay, now read. Vandana, read.
Yeah.
Sometimes, however, it is found that without undergoing any devotional process, one all of a sudden develops devotion for Lord Krishna. This sudden development of devotional attitude in a person must be understood as a special mercy of Krishna or of his devotee. This apparently accidental development of ecstatic feeling through the causeless mercy of Krishna can be divided into three groups: simply by speaking, simply by glancing, and simply by good wishes.
Good wishes. Now let us see by words. Vachikaha. That is 17, 18, 19. Vachikaha, Alokadanaha, Hardaha. Mercy of Lord in three ways. by words, by his appearance, or by sudden manifestation, that means by good wishes. Tatra vachikaha prasadajaha yatha nardiya sarvamangala murdhanya purnanandamayi sada dijendra tava mayastu bhaktir avyabhicharini. Verbal mercy is shown in the Nardiya Purana. O best of the Brahmanas, may you have undeviating bhakti for me. That bhakti is a crest jewel of all auspiciousness and full of bliss eternally. So Lord is speaking this. By his words, mercy flow. Alokadanajaha yathaskandhi adrushta purvamalokya krishtam jangalavasinaha viklidyad antaratmano drishtim nakrashtum ishire. So giving mercy by showing himself is illustrated in Skanda Purana. When they saw Krishna, who appeared like nothing they had seen before, the hearts of the residents of Jangala melted, and they could not take their eyes away from his form. Sudden appearance. Hardaha. Prasadantaro yahasyat saharda iti kathyate. The definition of harda is given. That mercy which arises from within is called harda. Good wishes, sudden manifestation within the heart. Okay. Gadadhar Prabhu, please read 17, 18, 19, which is there in the two paragraphs. That is one and the next paragraph. Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavata Pranam. I am audible, Mataji.
Yeah. Read.
In the Nardiya Purana, there is a statement about. In the Nardiya Purana, there is a statement about development of ecstatic love simply by speaking. Lord Krishna said to Narada, "O best of the Brahmanas, I wish that you may develop unalloyed devotional service to me. Blissful bliss and all auspicious." In the
Why your
Skanda
voice is not
Purana,
coming properly?
there is a statement about developing.
Read.
Hare Krishna Mataji, now it's okay.
Yeah, read.
In the Skanda Purana, there is a statement about developing ecstatic love toward Krishna simply by glancing. It is stated that when the inhabitants of Jangala province saw the personality of Godhead, Krishna, they were so stricken with feeling that they could not withdraw their glance from him. Can I continue next paragraph?
Yeah.
As far as heartfelt wishes are
No,
concerned,
wait.
there is
Wait.
a statement.
No, wait.
Yeah.
Now 20th verse. Now you mute your phone. There are a lot of disturbances there in your phone. Yatha sukha samhitayam mahabhagavato jatah putraste badarayanaha vinorpayir upeya bodh vishnu bhaktir ihodita. In the Sukha Samhita, it is given, O Badarayana, you have given birth to a great devotee as your son. So Vyasa has been told that you have given birth to Sukadeva. Without sadhana, which brings about the goal, bhakti to Vishnu has appeared within his heart. Without sadhana, he has not done much sadhana, which brings about the goal. But bhakti to Vishnu has appeared within his heart. How it is? Because of the mercy of devotees. Now it is said here, within the womb, he did not see the Lord or receive the words of blessings from the Lord. Mercy manifesting in the heart could have been the only way. That means Lord has given the mercy within the heart. So here it is said, Sukadeva Goswami, he did not see Lord within the heart. Parikshit Maharaj saw. But Sukadeva Goswami did not see. Neither he received any blessings from the Lord. Then how is it that no Vachaka is also there? No Aloka is also there? Then how is it that mercy, that means that mercy is there within his heart. That is why that Bhava has appeared. Bhakti to Vishnu has appeared without any sadhana. So one is sadhana, one is just by mercy. Mercy of Lord or mercy of devotees. So Bhava appeared by the mercy of devotees without any evidence of performing any sadhana. Understood, na? Two types before we saw. That is Bhava appearing because of sadhana, where Vaidhi and Raganuga has been spoken, bhava appearing because of mercy, which is very rare. Either mercy of Lord or mercy of devotees. In mercy of Lord, three types: Vachakaha, Alokaha, or Radha. Harda means within the mind. So within the mind, here now Shukadeva Goswami has been spoken. In the womb, he did not hear about Krishna, nor he heard any blessings from the Lord. But still, bhakti to Lord appeared within his heart. Why? Because there is a mercy which flew within the heart. Okay, read. Gadi Prabhu, read.
Krishna Mataji, it is as far as heartfelt wishes from that one. Right, Mataji?
Yeah. Read.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam Mataji. As far as heartfelt wishes are concerned, there is a statement in the Sukha Samhita where Narada tells Srila Vasudeva, you have a son who is the greatest devotee of the personality of Godhead. And I can observe that without any following of the regulatory principles of devotional service, he is already enriched with many of the symptoms achieved by the execution of devotional service after many births.
Okay, 21st. Atha tad bhakta prasadajaha yatha saptame. Now, till now, Lord's mercy has been spoken. Bhava arising from Lord's mercy. Now, how bhava arises from devotee's mercy? Let us see. Gunair alam asankhyeyir mahatmyam tasya shruchyate vasudeve bhagavati yasya naisargiki ratihi. Who could list the innumerable transcendental qualities of Prahlad Maharaj? He had unflinching faith in Vasudeva, Lord Krishna, unalloyed devotion to him. His rati to Lord Krishna was naisargiki, through mercy. Although his good qualities cannot be enumerated, they prove that he was a great soul. Devotee's mercy, Narada's mercy. Narada's mercy unto Prahlad Maharaj. And Prahlad Maharaj was in the womb of Kayadu. Prahlad Maharaj heard so many pastimes of Krishna. That is how his bhava arose because of devotee's mercy. Okay, read Gadi.
Okay. As for ecstatic love of Krishna, there is a statement in the 7th canto, 4th chapter, verse 36 of Srimad Bhagavatam, in which Narada addresses King Yudhishthira. My dear king, it is very difficult to describe the character of Prahlada. He developed a natural attraction for Krishna, and whatever I can explain about his character will simply be an arrangement of words. His actual character is impossible to describe. This means that Narada himself admitted that natural development of Prahlada's ecstatic love was by the grace of Lord Krishna.
So ecstatic love of Prahlada is because of the grace of Lord Krishna. And also Narada, isn't it? Then, anyhow, Prahlad Maharaj is not an ordinary person. He is Shankukarna in the Brahma Loka. You know the story. Shankukarna was a assistant. He's an assistant of Brahma. When Brahma and Saraswati they perform worship to Moolarama deities, at that time Shankukarna was asked to bring the flowers, but he got late. So then Vishnu smiles at Brahma, and Brahma says, anyhow, you are not very vigilant in performing your duty. So I curse you that you'll appear 4 times in the earthly planet. So Prahlada, Vailika Raja, Vyasa Raja, and Raghavendra Raya. In this way, 4 births for the same Shankukarna. So he has love for Krishna. But in the earthly planet, when pastimes are going on, there it is shown that how Narada bestowed his mercy. Now 22nd. Naradasya prasadena prahlade shubhava vasana nisargah saiva tenatra ratir sargiki mata. Favor or nisarga was granted to Prahlada by Narada. And this created devotional impressions. Thus his rati is called Naisargiki or through mercy. Already love is there. Now Narada just polished it. Already love is there. By speaking about Krishna, that rati, that eagerness to meet Krishna increases. Okay. Vaishnav Gaur Prabhu, please read.
Yes, Madam. Hare Krishna. As far as static love of Krishna, there is a statement. It is done already. Next para, or should I read this also?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, this natural attraction for Krishna, from that.
Natural attraction for Krishna from there.
Because these two paras are same about Prahlad Maharaj. This natural attraction for Krishna on the part of Prahlad was developed simply by the mercy of Narada. When Prahlad Maharaj was within the womb of his mother, she was being sympathetically instructed by Narada about the science of devotional service. And at the same time, Narada was wishing that the child within the womb could also take advantage of the instructions. Because Narada, an authorized devotee and great associate of the personality of Godhead, was desiring
Your
auspiciousness
voice is
for
not coming
Prahlad
nicely.
Maharaj.
Your voice
He
is not
developed
coming
all
nicely.
the characteristics of a high grade devotee. This is called natural attraction. मेरे को तो बराबर सुन रहा है आपका. एक मिनट.
हाँ. It is
आ रहा है
caused by the special grace of the personality of Godhead, or by
or
the
by the special grace of great devotee like Narada.
like Narada. This is called natural attraction. Naisargiki. This word Naisargiki means natural attraction for Krishna. Why? Because this nisarga or favor has been given by Narada. Then 23rd and 24th. 23rd. Skandecha ahodanya side varshe kripaya yasya takshanat nichopi utpulako lebhe lubthako ratimachyuta. Bhava rising by devotees' mercy is also illustrated in Skanda Purana. O Narada, you are noble. By your mercy, the hunter, though low in nature, immediately developed goosebumps and attained rati for Lord Achyuta. Who is that hunter? Valmiki. He attained love for Krishna. Bhaktanam bhedatah seyam rati panchavidha mata agre vivichya bhaktavya tena natra prapanchaya. According to the different types of devotees with 5 different sthai bhavas, there are 5 different types of rati. These will be described and explained later and will not be discussed here. So sthai bhava, according to the 5 different types of rati, 5 different types of devotees having sthai bhavas, that has been described. Okay, 2 paragraphs.
There is a state.
Okay, you read it.
Krishna.
Read.
There is a statement in the Skanda Purana wherein Parvat Muni tells Narada, my dear Narada, of all saintly persons, you are so great and glorious.
Voice is not coming. You are so great and glorious that simply by your good wishes, a low-born hunter also has become a great elevated devotee of Lord Krishna. This ecstatic love for Krishna can be divided into 5 divisions, which will be described by Sri Rupa Goswami later on. So here we'll stop. Any questions you can ask. So you have more two chapters to complete, which we'll be doing in the next week, because coming Friday we have Gaur Nitai installation in Narayan Damodar's place. So Monday and Wednesday we'll be doing Gaur Nitai installation. If possible, we'll show in the Zoom link. We'll have a small class on the appearance of Gaur Nitai also, the glories of Gaur Nitai. Okay. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Wait, questions. Any questions? What question you have?
Ishwara Paramakrishna सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादि राधि गोविंद सर्व कारण कारण
Is this a question?
चिंतामणि प्रकल्प सुकल्प वृक्ष लक्षाभिधि सुदीन विपालयन्तं लक्ष्मी सहस्र सदृशं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि श्रियं यथा दधिकार विशेषयोगात् संदायते नहि तदगस्त हेतो यशिषं भूतामपि तथा समुपैति कायात् गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि
Very good. Okay. Panchakalpatarubhyascha.
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः.
So any questions for anyone? No questions. So what you can do is you can put this in a nice way. We did now many things like Cheshta, Rupa, Bhava Rupa, Cheshta Rupa. What are the two types of Cheshta Rupa? Somebody can do it nicely. Dayasagar Prabhu, if you can do. And then you can also have two types of Bhava. Like, okay, Hari Bol. Stop here.